The room was dark except for the faint glow of my phone screen. A message had arrived, short and blunt, but carrying the weight of finality. I think we should part ways. For months I had sensed the distance growing between us. Her replies colder, her excuses thinner, her laughter shared more with strangers online than with me. Still, reading those words didn't pierce me with grief as one might expect. Instead, a surprising calmness washed over me. Almost a release I hadn't realized I was waiting for. Without hesitation I typed a reply. I'm okay with that. Just 5 words, effortless and steady. I could almost imagine her face as she read it, expecting panic, questions, or begging. For so long she thrived on the power of keeping me on edge, always making me fear she might leave. But this time I refused to play that role. I chose detachment, and in that choice I tasted freedom. Moments later, another vibration rattled my hand. Her tone was different now, less certain, almost unsettled. Hold on. That's all? You're just fine with it? I let out a quiet laugh, shaking my head. For months she had brushed off my attempts to reach her, silencing every concern with dismissive shrugs, acting as though my love was something disposable. Yet suddenly, when I didn't chase, when I didn't beg, she faltered. That told me everything I needed to know. I set the phone down and leaned back, reflecting on the 2 years we had spent together. The nights I stayed awake waiting for her to come home. The countless excuses about being busy. The way she minimized my worries until I questioned my own instincts. Deep down, I had known her affections had drifted elsewhere, maybe even toward someone else. But I had clung to her, mistaking endurance for devotion. Now her message had given me clarity. Love wasn't supposed to mean holding on until you broke. It was also knowing when to let go. I had given her every ounce of my loyalty, and it hadn't been enough. That was no longer my failure to carry. My acceptance of her decision wasn't weakness. It was strength, the first step in reclaiming myself. Another message appeared. I didn't mean it like that. I thought you'd try to fix things. I nearly chuckled aloud. She had dismissed my efforts for months, rolled her eyes at my attempts to mend us, treated my devotion as if it were worthless. And now, suddenly, she wanted me to fight for her. Not because she loved me, but because she wanted to feel wanted. I didn't answer right away. Instead, I poured myself a drink and stepped onto the balcony. The night air was cool, quiet, and for the first time in ages I felt light, unburdened. No more waiting, no more begging, no more pretending everything was fine. When I finally returned to my phone, I wrote, "You wanted to end things, and I've accepted it. Let's leave it there." I pressed send and placed the phone aside. The buzzing started again soon after, her words coming one after another. I didn't rush to read them. I already knew what they would say: regret, doubt, anger maybe, but none of it mattered anymore. She had left me long before that night, her heart gone while her body remained. I had been clinging to a shadow. When I eventually checked, her final message blinked back at me. "You really don't care anymore, do you?" A quiet smile formed on my lips. She was wrong, I did care. But I cared about my peace, my dignity, and the life ahead of me far more than clinging to someone who had already abandoned me. That night, I slept without tossing, without waiting for late-night arguments or unanswered texts. Just silence, pure and unshaken, wrapping around me like comfort. At sunrise, I blocked her number, deleted every old message, and brewed myself a cup of coffee with an ease I hadn't known in months. There was an odd sweetness to it, a triumph she hadn't expected. She thought leaving me would shatter me, but instead, my composure had disarmed her. Sometimes revenge isn't about anger or proving yourself to someone else. It's about showing them they never had the power they thought they did. My first reply, "I'm okay with that," was the moment I took my power back. Weeks passed before she appeared at my door. Her eyes were red. Her voice trembled as she admitted she'd been wrong. She said she missed me, that no one else treated her the way I had. Once, those words would have been enough to mend everything. But not now. They were empty, too late. I let her words hang in the air for a moment, then met her gaze with calm resolve. "You were right before," I said softly. "We're not meant for each other." Then I closed the door, leaving her in stunned silence. Inside, I felt lighter than I ever had. She believed walking away would give her control, but my acceptance, my refusal to be pulled back, proved otherwise. I was stronger without her. And the sweetest revenge wasn't winning her back. It was knowing I never needed her at all.